We're in Leesburg, Florida today at a job site, and I'm with Jarrod Myers. He's the general manager of Great Southern Wood in Sumter County, and we're talking about treated wood. Now, typically when you go to a job site, you don't talk a lot about treated because treated is used specifically in certain areas. Jarrod, talk about the treated that's going to be used in this job site today.
Yeah, gladly, Don. Thanks for having me. So we've got two different types of treated here on this job site. We're standing inside the house right now, obviously, and you can see some borate treated lumber if you look around the bottom here. So that's actually a soluble treatment. And by that I mean if you were to go outside and try to build a deck or a fence out of this material, it would actually leach. But when you use it in interior applications, like what you have here, it still gives you the benefit of termite protection, rot protection, fungal decay. It still protects the house.
One thing about borate that I find interesting is, number one, by code, you have to use it on the bottom plate to prevent the termites from coming up. Mm-hmm. But I know people who've built all borate treated houses from the trusses on down because of the Formosan termite issue, because Formosan termites fly and they come in. How popular is this borate treatment getting?
It's very popular. It's actually the second highest volume preservative system that we have in the state of Florida.
The other reason why you use borate is around windows and doors and block construction, you have to use a treated product, and the regular treated will corrode the aluminum. Is that correct?
Some of the older types, the ACQs and the MCQs, they had a quat as a co-biocide, which does not play well with aluminum. A lot of the newer treatments, much like borate, NCA, micronized copper azole, I mean, I could lose you in all the acronyms, but they're a little kinder with fasteners.
And Jarrod, also at this house, they're going to be putting up a fence. Talk about what a fence is treated out, but also contact. You got various types of treated lumber, and a lot of people get confused, but it's really important you get the right treated lumber. Contact, non-contact, and all that.
Absolutely. So I would always recommend, if you're doing any kind of project with treated lumber, you want to look at that end tag, make sure you're getting what you pay for that application. So out here behind this house, when they go and put a fence up, you're going to have your 4x4s that are in the ground. So that's treated MCA ground contact. And really that's what that tag is going to show you. And that's just about how much preservative we're putting in the material itself so that it can withstand the elements. The fence boards that go up that are actually going to lock this yard in where they have a little bit of privacy, those are treated with an above ground treatment. So they're not intended to go in the ground. They're not intended to be in contact with the ground. It's going to be the same thing for your decking. I mean, usually with us in Florida, because most decks, if you do build one, are so close to the ground, we're going to recommend ground contact treated lumber. So just because it's 2 feet off the ground where your joists are at and your deck's up, we're still going to recommend that, mainly because of all the moisture in this atmosphere.
In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, if you put above ground contact treated in an area that stays wet, it voids warranty, doesn't it?
I think the best way to describe it is we typically say, just imagine that you're taking that material and you're kind of just putting it into a swimming pool or something, right? If it doesn't have a chance to really dry out, then it's effectively always wet. And so down here, we really recommend just using ground contact treated lumber for your exterior applications.
And you do all of this treating right here in Sumter County, don't you?
Right here in Sumter County, yes, sir. We opened up our 4th location. It's about 30 miles from here in 1990. And this facility we have here, we actually treat with 4 different types of preservatives on one site. So you may see a 2x8 in our plant, and we'll treat it 6 different ways, and we also sell it untreated. So we'll sell a 2x8 16, 7 different ways every day.
And you sell marine and ag. Go real quickly through that.
Yeah, we can go through the agricultural stuff, a lot of fence posts in this market. That's going to be your old school CCA stuff. Marine applications out around the coast, same thing. We have the NCA products, which is what most people know as YellaWood. That's by far the highest volume item. And of course, we have borate for interior use.
And then real quick, Jarrod, what type of warranty do you generally get with treated?
Limited lifetime warranty, non-transferable, as long as the application is correct.
And how many, and I guess the final question, how many people work for you at Great Southern Wood?
Well, we're getting up there. At this plant locally, we've got about 120. And of course, we have our own truck drivers as well. So we've got 28 truck drivers on staff, probably 60 or 70 people in the production facility, and then you've got the sales team.
Well, no doubt about it, YellaWood, Great Southern Wood, makes one of the finest treated products, one of the largest people in the South. We're glad to have you in the community, and the job site looks good. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for letting us be a part of it.
From foundation to rooftop, RoMac's got you covered.